All right, guys, well, I'm back today with a very innovative and impressive multi-tool, especially when you consider the pricing of this guy. This is a brand new multi-tool developed and created by Flissa, and it's available on Amazon. As soon as I saw this launch on Amazon, I bought one, tried it out so you guys didn't have to let you know if it's worth it or not. And spoiler alert, I freaking love it. The MSRP is $20, but since it was launched, a few people got theirs in for review, left a couple of 3-star reviews, which killed the review rating on Amazon. So since then, Amazon has dropped the price, or Flissa has dropped the price to $13.99, which is an insane value for money. Now, I've read a lot of those reviews. I see what some of those reviews are talking about, and we're going to talk about those as well as the positives and other negatives of this multi-tool. But at $20, I think it's worth every single penny and should sell out pretty quick. At $13.99, it is an absolute no-brainer. If you're watching this video and the price has gone up or it's sold out, it's because too many have sold. They've increased the price or they've sold out. And if you don't want to miss the next one, make sure you click the subscribe button. I believe 70% of you are not subscribed, and the notification bell, and watch when they post. And you can jump on some of these deals before everybody else does. Let's start off by talking about the overview of this multi-tool and the specs and features, especially at this high value price point. Now, right off the bat, one of the reviews mentioned, well, it's no good if you can't carry it, and they bring up a point. There's no clip to put this in your pocket, and even if there was, it's a very interesting shape. For me, this really shines as a multi-tool that you would put in a sheath on your belt, in an EDC pack, an EDC kit, or even stash in the glove box of your car or your range bag, because there's some pretty interesting options, which we'll take a look at in a second. Now, this wrench sticks out, and it's an automatic adjusting wrench. And for me, all of the bolt sizes I would use, especially in a range bag, this is absolutely perfect. And it's really cool because it actually clips right over that right there. And you can see that it hits those grooves and it tightens that with ease. And then the other great thing about that is you can pop it off, clip it on. If I can do that on camera, one-handed, and then it actually loosens up the other way right there, and it works out really good. I've been playing with this a while, and it works. It's functional, and it does a good job. Now, is it the best wrench ever created? No, but it's a very interesting design. It's compact, and it's very easy to use, especially with that ratcheting style design. So I love to see that on there, especially at the price point. The next, you'll see a ton of bits right on the side, and in here, you will see a bit driver. Another complaint in one of the 3-star reviews was, well, they wish it was a 1/4-inch bit driver. And I can see that. 1/4-inch are very popular, but these guys do a good job, and it's a magnetic base right here. And they have a few tools that I actually really, really like specifically for me. First is the B2 bit right here. This B2 bit is perfect because, as you see here on the side, it's going to fit this battery compartment as well as the adjustment right on the side. It fits in there, and listen, works out perfectly. Again, for me, I think they kind of picked my brain and really looked at that. The next thing is it has a T6 and T8, and for the knife community, that is absolutely huge. It also has a larger Phillips head and a larger flat head, so I love everything about that right there. It just really works out for me, and it's got a nice lock right there, and you can put that back in. Now, one thing they said was, it looks like these bits could potentially fall out. They're a little loose. Now, I push them out, and they're still not going to fall out on their own. They have tension, but they are sliding around. So I guess if you were in your pocket, you could potentially bump one of these pretty far and maybe fall out. But you guys can see right here, they are not coming out on their own accord. They're not even moving on their own accord. You really have to push them out and then pull them out. But I could see how maybe a feeling that they could be a little bit tighter may be good. But again, that was one of the mentions on the 3-star review. Another mention was that they used polymer here instead of metal. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me, especially as much as I'm going to be using this. I'm not taking this wrench to my plumbing job and using it on a daily basis to install toilets. I'm just not. I'm going to throw this in an EDC bag and use it maybe once a week, twice a week, and it's going to do fine. Same thing with the bit drivers. I'm not going to be using these every day to assemble furniture as an assembly furniture man. I'm just not going to do it. The knife is fairly sharp, but it's going to be a mystery stainless. Again, if I'm going to open packages or cut something really quick, that's going to be a good option. You have a saw, again, for survival applications, and a file for a wide variety of applications. And you also have a fire steel right here, which I thought was really cool. Especially consider this would be a great survival multi-tool. So you can pop that little fire sparker out there and you're good to go with that ferro rod. Now under here, you also have another great option for a survival tool, a bottle opener and a can opener. Now for me, in a post-apocalyptic bug out and prepping situation, I love to have the idea of carrying a can opener on me. So if this was in like a side-by-side or a bug out vehicle or in a bug out bag, having the bottle opener and can opener would be really nice, as well as a few other tools, including that saw. In summary, is it the best multi-tool that has ever been created? No, but it's a freaking darn good option that fits me perfectly, especially for range bags. I could see this being thrown in every range bag, especially with the T6 and T8s and flatheads, and the wrench and the other things are just bonuses. I mean, it just really works out well for me personally, but I can see a few minor improvements that maybe Flissa could make. But again, they would probably have to charge more money for something like this. For me, those bit placements that the other reviewers said that may be a little loose, I could potentially see that, but it doesn't bother me because I'm not going to be carrying this in my pocket on a daily basis. This is going into an EDC kit or a bag for me. The polymer, that just doesn't bother me. And the fact that it doesn't have a clip or an easy way to carry this without a sheath also doesn't bother me, but it may bother you. And that's why I bought it, and that's why I'm trying it out. In summary, I think it's worth every bit of $20. And again, it's a no-brainer at $13.99. All of the information and linking will be in the description below. I have worked with Flissa in the past on videos. Not this one. I bought it myself, but that Amazon link is an affiliate link. Meaning if you click on it, it helps out the channel at no extra cost to you. Even if you don't buy this and you buy cat food and laundry detergent, it still helps out and allows me to keep going. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.